how things are, not just in the world, but in the gospel music industry, I started to not really want to be bothered with that stuff. While I'm getting ready, I thought I would have this conversation and doing my hair. And I'm gonna try to do some kind of updo. I'm not sure what, but whatever it is, it's gotta be quick because I'm running late. But I'm gonna just try to retwist a few locks in the front. This might be too many, but because it's time for me to have a retwist. A lot of you seem to want to do stuff centered around lock styles. So I figured I'll talk about, I'm going to this funeral and a lot of things that have been on my mind as an artist. I sing gospel music. As I'm going to do what I'm doing, my dad is singing today and I'm actually playing for him. So this is me helping him. I'm gonna be playing the piano. I'm not gonna actually be singing. There's this thing, like, I feel like as gospel artists, sometimes our message can get lost in the art of what we do, right? Well, for years, at least since I met my husband and did a solo project and all that kind of stuff, I've always wanted to like go after the big stuff. Like I wanted to travel the world, and I wanted to sing to win Stellar Awards, and I wanted to win Grammy Awards, and I wanted to do all these things. That was a big part of what I wanted to do. And as the years went by, I started really seeing how things are, not just in the world, but in the gospel music industry. I started to not really want to be bothered with that stuff. And then here recently, I've just kind of been feeling like, you know what? God ain't gonna allow me to do it. Really, that's just not what he wants for me. You think about how much time and money is spent in glitz and glam. The way we look at music ministry right now, I just feel like, in a way, I feel like God is grieved by it. You're chasing after, really it's chasing after fame. And I get why a lot of people do it. A lot of people do it because that's all they've known. Like Ricky Bell was saying in the New Edition story when his wife was telling him, you know, you gotta do something. He's like, well, what am I gonna do? This is what I do. This is all I do. That's all I know. I sing and dance. Who's gonna hire me to do anything else? So I'm gonna do big sections just going back, like a blind part going back this way. And I'm gonna start here on this side. I'm just going to take these locks and just twist them back toward the back. I'm just gonna hold this in place with this momentarily until I come to the rest of them. But anyway, back to what I was saying about being an ambassador. We're here as ambassadors, right? And so our goal, our number one goal, should be solely to represent the interests of the kingdom. And I think the gospel music industry, people who sing gospel music, because that is the way they make their living now, so much emphasis is put on what they have to do to make a living. So they're worried about making money and worried about how they're going to keep their families fed, as opposed to being the kingdom representatives they're supposed to be. And I know this all gets tied up in, well, God wants us to be out here excellent. We're out here representing him. Everything that we do, it needs to represent him. We need to be excellent, and we need to be this, and we need to be that. But anytime an ambassador for any country, let me just speak for the United States, because this is what I know about the United States. When we send people across the globe as ambassadors, it is the responsibility of the United States to take care of the needs of those ambassadors. So all their bills are paid. They don't have to worry about it. So if that's the case with them, how much more is it the case for us that we don't have to worry about how we're going to be fed, what our family is going to eat? Okay, let's move to the next section here. And right now, I'm kind of moving through this kind of quick, y'all, because I'm late. I need to be really getting out of here, but I'm gonna do two more sections if I can here. Just take your fingers and make a part. Is it going to be neat? In some cases, it's probably not going to be as neat as you want it to be, but just take your fingers and go down and blindly make your little part. And there we go. Let's keep this out of the way here. Okay, so back to what I was saying. So if we're not worried about those things when we go out to minister, or when we go out to serve, because that's what I'm doing today, y'all. I'm literally going to serve. I'm going as a kingdom representative, and I'm going to serve. Let's just kind of make sure that's kind of even on both sides. Yeah, I'm going to serve, and I'm going to represent the interest of the kingdom of heaven, right? So the last thing I want to do in this instance today is be a distraction. What do I mean by that? Well, what I mean is I don't want to be a distraction by people looking at how fly or how cute she is. You know what I mean? Because then, again, once that kind of stuff starts happening, I'm no longer representing the interest of my Father, my King. I'm no longer representing the interest of heaven, but I am then representing the interest of myself. So that's just where I am. And what I'm doing right now, y'all, is I'm just putting this up any way that I can, and I'm putting bobby pins in places to hold my knots back here, my bun back here in the back together. So that's all I'm doing here. Yeah. So you just think back to any concert that you've been to and ask yourself, is this about this person that's standing in front of me singing? People can be talking about God and their heart be really far from God, right? It's just such a fine line. And like I said, for me, I just don't feel like, I feel like God has, you know, brought me to a place in my own life to where he's just not gonna let me be a part of this rat race. Just stick bobby pins everywhere. Okay, y'all, so my camera ended up going out on me. But anyway, this, again, this is supposed to be a simple updo. I ended up taking a big band and kind of tying everything down in the back. It's messy, it's locked, so it's not gonna be neat if you can't see it. I'm going to take just a couple of ornaments and put in the top. Nothing huge. No, just these little things. This side came out a lot better than this side, but again, it's updo. I'm not really bothered by it. At this point, I'm running a little bit late. I'm just trying to get ready to go. But this is just me trying to, like I said, I'm doing something simple because I don't want to be a distraction. I'm there to serve. I'm there to be an ambassador. And that's it. It's not about me. didn't turn out too bad. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work on my edges and do my makeup and get dressed, and I'll come back and show you the whole look.
And if God is for us, who can be against us? If God is for us, who can be against us? I am more than a conqueror, more than a conqueror, more than a conqueror, more than a conqueror. I am more than a conqueror, more than a conqueror.
Well, I really hope you enjoyed this video and conversation. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up and turn on the notification bell. Love you, and I'll see you next time.